This is Camwa. And here, Taiwanese style mixed nuts with donggua. And in the front row, which you cannot acquire easily, are from San Francisco. Hello everyone, this is the lineup of mooncakes for 2024. What's different this year is other than the mooncakes from Costco, I also went to San Francisco and bought these two smaller mooncakes from Yummy Bakery and Cafe. So it's pretty famous in San Francisco. The reason why I bought this two is because the flavors are more interesting. So this is 纯正黑芝麻, which means sesame. And this is a pineapple mooncake. So the reason why I bought this is because I want to make a comparison to Kimwa's pineapple mooncake. So we'll take a look at all of them. We'll start from the smaller ones. And price-wise, one of these is more than $3. It's either $3.50 or $3.79, something like that. It's not cheap. Again, this is from Yummy Bakery in San Francisco, and this is exactly what I expected. Looking at the price, I was thinking this must be all pineapple inside and all sesame. This is the only mooncakes from Costco this year that's Taiwanese style. Here it says made in Taiwan. Inside the box there are 4 of them, and supposedly they're all the same, so we'll just cut open one of them. Okay, so this is how it looks like once cut open. It's a bunch of nuts glued together by donggua and probably pineapples. You can really see, any pineapple filling just like that, but there might be some. Yeah, when you see donggua, it means there's gonna be some sweet and salty flavor in this, and usually it means there's gonna be a crispier texture to it as well. All right, and you can take a look at these 3 together. Now let's move on to Kimwa. This is the 3rd straight year for us to cover this. So every single one of these has 2 yolks, and this one has lotus seed paste, and this one is pineapple. This one is taro, and this one is coconuts. This one is a lotus seed paste with lotus seeds. You can see the seeds in there, the white ones. And this is a pineapple. So they have very good pineapple paste, no doubt about it. But surrounding the pineapple is the lotus seed paste. So I don't like that. I want it to be pineapples all the way through. Okay? And here it is taro, obviously. And this is where it does really, really well. It looks like it's taro flavored all the way through. This one is coconut flavor. Again, they do a very good job here in terms of innovation. So I like the non-traditional flavors the most. So the ones in front. In the back, pineapple is really good too. And lotus seed paste is just very traditional. So overall, I would recommend, Cambois just because of the variety. Just in case you wonder, this is the amount of packaging that we produce today. I'm starting to save this for future. I believe they must have a use case later on, so I'm not throwing this away anymore. Let's look at all of them one more time. So we have Cambois, we have Emperor, we have Yummy Bakery and Cafe. Take a look. This is Cambois. I will always recommend them. Cantonese style, pretty oily, I'll have to be honest. And here, Taiwanese style mixed nuts with donggua, which I don't know what it is in English. And then also a little bit of pineapple, it seems. And in the front row, which you cannot acquire easily, are from San Francisco, the smaller mooncakes. This is sesame all the way through, nothing but sesame. And then here, it's the same, nothing but pineapple. Okay. This is all of them. Okay, so now it's time to taste them. I'll start from the least familiar, which are these two, right? Okay, what do you think? I'll go sesame first. It's really, really dense, extremely dense. See, it's not falling off at all. Okay, it didn't disappoint. It's just sesame, a lot of them, and it's really dense. So with this small mooncake along, you won't feel hungry for 2-3 hours easy. Okay, so this is really good. It's really honest. Let's go ahead and try this pineapple one. Again, it's really, really dense. Do you see? It's not gonna fall off easily. So let's take a look. Okay, it's also really good, and you'll feel full, after having the whole mooncake as well. And the pineapple is very different from this one. Some people would prefer this one. So I don't know. I think I would prefer the pineapple here as well, but it doesn't have any paste, so that's a pro, I have to say. Overall, just because you can get your hands on these two flavors very often, I would recommend that when you visit, San Francisco, you can get, mooncakes of different flavors. So no regrets here. They're a little bit pricey, but also they're dense, right? No regret. Okay, moving on to Emperor. Alright, I'm so happy that Costco carries this again this year. Last year it was my favorite, right? And this year I think it's gonna be the same. Why? Because it has donggua and pineapple. So those two together make it really special already. And on top of that, it's full of nuts. So it's less unhealthy than any other mooncakes that we have today. And by the way, these two are way less oily than the Canwa. So that's also a pro to Yummy's mooncakes. Yummy's mooncakes are supposedly also Cantonese style, but it's just less oily in general. That's how I feel. Alright, moving on to this Taiwanese style mooncake from Emperor. Okay, this doesn't disappoint. Very special. So when you see donggua, just buy them. Okay, they won't disappoint. And this is from Costco. And these Canwa mooncakes are also from Costco. Ooh, I needed to take a break and sip some water because the mooncakes are all oily and sweet. So make sure you have, things like tea. That's why usually people, when they have mooncakes, they also have tea. All right, let's take a look at the Canwa. Start with the pineapple flavor. Again, a big problem that I have is, around the pineapple, right? It's always the lotus seed paste. It would have been great if it's pineapple all the way through. But I don't blame them, it's just the way they do it, I feel. It's not for saving costs. And here you can see those lotus seeds. I think it's really good. I haven't had them for obviously a year. So the difference between these two plates is that the Canwa mooncakes are more oily, so it tastes less dry. And here, these three, because they are less oily, so they taste more dry. And then let's move on to the most traditional flavor, which is just lotus seed paste with yolks. Alright, there's nothing that's gonna be unexpected. It was high quality lotus seed paste mooncake. No question about it. Very traditional. Moving on to the taro flavor. It's purple all the way through. I expect, a lot of taro flavor all the way through as well. Yep. It's full of taro flavor. It's really, really good. Going on to my favorites, right? Coconut. Why? Because it's non-traditional and it's really special. I have never had coconut mooncakes until, I bought one of these Canwa mooncakes from Costco. And it doesn't really disappoint, but I would like the coconut flavor to stand out just a little bit more. And I really do like the fiber nut-ish texture, you can feel it while you chew on it. So it's really special and fun as a texture. And it's more so than the pineapple flavor. You can feel that type of texture a little bit with the pineapple flavor, but not as much. Overall, I think they're all pretty expensive, right? So what I would do is you probably don't have access to Yami. So when you visit San Francisco, you get them. Between these two, I would buy Camwa, a box of Camwa, if I were to give it to somebody, who is less familiar with mooncakes. That way, she would be able to try from a very traditional flavor all the way to very non-traditional and innovative flavors. So that's a huge pro, right? Just the variety and the stories that you can tell about it to the person. However, if you are giving, some mooncakes this year to someone who is very familiar with mooncakes already, I would go with the Emperor just because the variety is within the mooncakes itself. It has donggua, pineapple, and a lot of different nuts. So it's more healthy because one problem with these mooncakes that people have is they're super unhealthy, right? But this one has a lot of nuts, so very healthy, has a lot of fiber, and a lot of fun too in terms of texture, right? Because it's donggua and fengli. So it's sweet, it's salty at the same time, plus some crispy type of feelings from the nuts and donggua. That will be my recommendation, and hopefully you get to enjoy a lot of mooncakes this year along with some tea this fall. Thank you very much. I'll see you next year.